let's get something straight. Look, this is not a promo. This is me being real. Okay? This has nothing to do with kayfabe. This has nothing to do with wrestling. This has nothing to do with anything else but Unknown Alien Assassin being his real self. Alright. Look, I'm not going to mention the name. I'm not going to mention his name. But I have been accused of pretending to be a professional wrestler or being a wrestler of any type. I've been accused of that, okay? Unknown Alien Assassin has nothing to do with wrestling, guys and gals. Unknown Alien Assassin has to do with LT writing. Unknown Alien Assassin has to do with Simply Process Universe. If anything, I'm cosplaying as my own character. You can say that. I'm cosplaying as my own character. I go to these events as my character. I went to these events as my character. I was with Wrestling for a Cause as my character. I've never claimed to be a wrestler. Not once have I ever claimed to be a wrestler. Kids come up to me at events and ask me if I'm wrestling tonight. I'm like, no, I'm not wrestling tonight. People, assume what they want to assume, but the truth is, Unknown Alien Assassin premieres in Priceless 2 War Trek Attacks, which is going to be rebooted soon. Unknown Alien Assassin is a member of the Simply Process universe and probably the most powerful character in it. We're not tied for first. And I've never claimed to be a wrestler. What I said is true. What I said is true, and that is this. When I was 18, I did go do wrestling training. I did some wrestling training with an independent wrestler. It was a few weeks before my first match. I got some major head trauma going on. Both a concussion from wrestling and both a concussion and 4 blood clots in my brain from a car wreck. So wrestling never did continue. And wrestling didn't continue until Wrestling for a Cause picked me up as their journalist. And later color commentator and stuff like that. But I've never wrestled. I've never wrestled in front of a crowd. None of that. I've gone to the ring with the UWO. I went to the ring as a manager. As far as a wrestler, no, I've never done that. Never will do that. Don't want to do that. Even if I was in the perfect shape right now, I don't want to do that. And it's like, I can't believe I have to say this. I go to my events, whether that's 12 Gauge Pro Wrestling or a writing event or whatever. I set up my table as LT Writing because that's what I am. I'm LT Writing. I've been LT Writing for a whole lot longer than Wrestling for a Cause has been around. I'm not trying to take a jab at them or nothing, but that's just the truth of the matter. I've been setting up at events and selling my books longer than Wrestling for a Cause has been around. That's just the truth. And I'm cosplaying as my own character. I am Unknown Alien Assassin. Nobody else owns me. Nobody else owns my creativity. Nobody else owns this or that, my other characters or that. I mean, I am who I am. I am who I say I am. And that is Unknown Alien Assassin. And that is the most powerful, or tied for the most powerful character in the Simply Process universe. And I cosplay as myself. I'm not a wrestler. I can't believe I need to say this out loud, but I'm not a wrestler. I don't want to be a wrestler. Being a wrestler or working for a wrestling company honestly doesn't benefit me none. With my writing, with my Simply Process universe, I mean, I did my thing with Wrestling for a Cause. That's over with. I'm moving on in my life, and there's your answer as far as if I think I'm a wrestler or not. I know I'm not a wrestler. I know, like I tell anybody that asks, no, I'm not wrestling tonight. I am Unknown Alien Assassin. I am the most powerful, or tied for the most powerful character in the Simply Process universe. Those books are available now.